Well, hello there. Let's take a look at the 62 Impala today. So we've got some other stuff going from we filmed the other day. We're gonna kind of backtrack that a little bit. I'm gonna show you where we're at right now today. The client didn't like the first shape we put together, so been working on this for a little bit longer, kind of sharpening it up and dulling it down, kind of trying to add this spoiler to the back of a 62 Impala. Not something that everybody likes, but we're starting to dig it. So we used this clay. These are tools, pretty rudimentary tools and stuff. Pretty fun to do this because it's a very styling studio-esque. They always did this with all the concept cars and stuff back in the day. So it's pretty fun to do. So basically we're just kind of trying to bring these lines out. A little bit of a GM, almost like Corvette shape going on with the deck lid transition. A little bit of a tail. Trying to get some of these shapes up into this spoiler. Over here on the side, you can see really kind of trying to work three planes together, those two and that one, and have it not look grotesque. So that's basically the plan. I think right now I'm pretty happy with how this is looking though. Talk you through what we were doing to get to this point.
That I will be the one to change you and you will be mine. You will be mine. I was tempted by your eyes. I was tempted. The
That was my... Paul and I were just laying down kind of the base. There's Nick. Nick's coming in. He's just kind of softening up the clay for us a little bit. That seemed to work pretty good. I don't know. It's kind of like making a spoiler out of Nutella or Tootsie Roll material. So that's basically what we're doing there. You can see Paul squishing the stuff in. We're just kind of getting that base down. And then once we get it roughed in, we'll work out the shapes. This seems like some of the parts where everybody in particularly liked my hair. So, and this is actually the first spoiler design. We've since kind of changed it up a little bit. The client really wants to do a spoiler on the back, but he saw one on a 62 bubble top that's been out in the public quite a bit lately. He really liked it, so he really wants to do it, so that's why we're doing it in clay, so we're not wasting a bunch of time wrecking stuff without knowing what we're gonna do. So you can see it's kind of coming back into place. Looks like Paul's on the phone there. So it's a lot of time just shaping and trying to get it square and straight and smooth and also get the shape you want. This one being the first one, it was a little too flat, and the transition from the body line was a little bit wonky looking. It made too much of a shelf, which kind of started to make it look like a 61 Impala instead of a 62. That's what I went back in and tried to take out. So plus we don't really have the proper tools to be doing this. We got a very inexpensive clay modeling kit from, I think it was Harbor Freight or the art store. You can see right there I'm scraping using some of the different tools. I think a wider tool would have worked better. It would have been nice to go back over and do the cuts horizontally rather than vertically like I'm doing there. It's interesting because right there I was using, as you can see, I was using a little bit of the muscle motion you would use in pinstriping. Kind of laying your finger down and then pulling a straight line back was very similar to pinstriping. I don't know, pretty cool to do this because it is kind of a throwback to what all the design studios used to do, like General Motors and Ford, and all the show cars and idea cars were done the same way, made with clay, except in those days they would actually build an entire car out of clay. It would start out with a wood buck on wheels, and then they would just cover the whole thing with clay and start sculpting car body. A lot of times it would be different from side to side, so you could get two different looks from one buck. So as you can see right there, we're starting to get it shaped up, but it's still pretty bumpy and out of shape. You can see right there where I'm rubbing it, you can see where there's a lot of a curve to it still, so I needed to kind of clean it out. The more recent version, I actually added a lot of material to that to kind of kick it up a little bit, like the tip of I don't know, like a 68 Stingray. That little corner transition I'm messing with right there on the first one was the part that the owner didn't really like, which I think we were all in agreement we didn't like it either. But you gotta start somewhere. This is full on hot rodica. Hot rodica.
Yeah, Jeff and I had a ball doing this. This is just seeing the shapes and the shadows and just doing a fine scrape on it and taking just a little bit off at a time. You can see it evolving. We're looking at shadows from up above and we can see where it's going. We really like this corner. We were really concerned about it beforehand, and now we're really liking it. So, but I can definitely understand why they use clay. It's soft and easy to work, but yet holds its shape very well. So this has been a good experience. So we're gonna finish tuning this up and look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Hot rodica.
What did you just do?
I messed it up a little bit. I'll fix it.